Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Vaisesika. Good morning. Hare Krishna. It's okay to say good morning. Today, we have the pleasure of witnessing a Harinam initiation of 3 devotees who've had a change of heart. They decided that they would like to transport themselves to the spiritual world. And as far as the material world goes, they've said no mas. And so we're going to solemnize their desires in their heart by following the process of Guru Parampara as given to us by the great acharyas down to the present His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who has deputized the world and all those who would follow his instructions to initiate everyone into the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and to work steadily towards giving everyone in the world an opportunity to take part in this great yajna inaugurated by Krishna himself in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is it possible to transfer? Because if I can't see you, I'll lament heavily. Maybe situate on this side. Thank you. This morning, Bhakti Connor, Bhakti Julie, and Bhakti Jenny are taking Harinam initiation. Welcome and congratulations. And to begin our ceremony, we will perform Achman. So please repeat after me. Om Apavitra Pavitroba Sarvavastan Gatopiva Yasmare Pundarikaksham Sabaya Abhyantara Shuchihi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Now please take the spoon in your left hand and put 3 drops in your right hand. Say Om Keshavaya Namaha and sip the water. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastan Gatopiva Yasmare Pundirikaksham Sabaya Abhyantara Shuchihi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastan Gatopiva Yasmare Pundarikaksham Sabaya Abhyantara Shuchihi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. This verse means whatever state we're in, pure or impure, By remembering the lotus-eyed Supreme Personality of Godhead, we become purified inwardly and outwardly. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna invites us to remember Him. As everyone's inviting us here in New York City to think of something or someone, put up pictures of unknown people who perhaps are svelte or beautiful in some way, and offer us various products for our consumption, ways to occupy our minds. The mind carries us from one destination to another. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Shariram yadavapnoti yatshat yukramatishvara grihit vaitani samyati vayurgandam ivashaya. Just as the wind picks up various scents, our consciousness picks up the various sights and sounds that we concentrate on in this world. In Gita, Krishna therefore tells us the mechanics, what's moving us from one place to the next. He says, Jyayato vishayam pumsam sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodho pijayate. That is, wherever we're focusing our mind, we're being impelled to go in that direction. The science of the mind. And even as we leave this world, Krishna mentions in the 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Yang vapi svaran bhavam Datyante kalevaram tam tame vaiti konteya. We develop an overall proclivity towards a certain set of sense objects because of the way we focus our minds or where we let our minds go. That develops a composite, whether we know it or not, that at the time when we leave this present gross material body, our subtle body is accommodated in the next life with a new set of circumstances. Shotram chakshu sparshanam cha rasanam granam evacha adishtayam manaschayam vishayan upasevate. Get a new set of senses. New nose. Anybody need a new nose? New eyes? New ears? You need some? You'll get them. So Krishna gives us this clear idea that we're projecting ourselves through this universe because of the way we're developing our consciousness. Therefore, Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastan katopi va yasmare pundarikaksham sabhaya abhyantara shuchihi. Purify ourselves of the anomalous desires that we have, or the objects of meditation that are way less than perfect. We can simply rest our mind on the lotus eyes of Krishna. And if you go to Jagannath Puri early in the morning, the time for Mangal Artik isn't absolutely set. It's whenever the Pujari decides to open the doors. When he does, it's dark, then the lamp comes out. And you can see Tota Gopinath inside in his beautiful eyes. And we can remember that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate object of meditation. So the purpose of chanting Hare Krishna, entering into initiation, is to put aside all lesser objects of meditation and refine your choice of where you put your mind. Don't waste your consciousness. Don't throw it down a black hole, otherwise known as a phone, where there's scrolling of various images. It will not edify us. It will not bring us to the ultimate goal of life. Now, as initiates into the chanting of the holy name, you have every right to challenge your mind's demands that say, let's meditate on this or that. You can remember this prayer today as we start the ceremony. That the perfection, or as my trusted handyman Mike Anderson likes to say, in a perfect world, He starts every sentence with that. Perfect world. We remember Krishna 24 hours a day. And so now you can tell your mind that, listen, I've made a vow. My only object of meditation in this lifetime is Krishna. And you will not be disappointed. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Nam bina kichu nahi ho ara, choda bhuvanamajane. Don't worry. Everything you're looking for is there within the holy name. So now, as Prabhupada opined in 1975 in Chicago, when we had a mass initiation there during the days of Radha Damodar, plus many deities of Gaur-Nitai were installed to go out on buses. Rohini Kumar Prabhu, one of the original devotees of the New York Yatra, had organized the devotees to chant the newly produced Brahma Samhita as Pradyumna was putting it out. And Srila Prabhupada afterwards said, I like this very much. You should include it in all the ceremonies. So now we'll chant together the Sri Brahma Samhita. Okay? Say yes. I need a verbal yes. Yes. It's like in the emergency aisle. You have to give a verbal yes. Okay. Vishnu Gada, Prabhu and I used to go on the altar here every day and stand behind the deities while they're being bathed and dressed, and we chant the Brahma Samhita every day. There's a very nice memories chanting here. And it sounded beautiful in this hall. So we're looking for beauty, and if we don't find beauty in reality, we have to accept the verisimilitude of beauty, which is the reflection of it in the material world. In the Gita, Krishna describes how this world is a reflection of the spiritual world. That's why there's variety here. And we like it, because the soul is an ananda mayo bhyasa, which means is seeking variety, taste, things that are interesting and compelling. We want beauty, and we want to have fun. Souls are drawn to bliss, as that's our nature. But the bliss of the material world, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described as chapala sukha. It's flickering. It seems like a good idea, but we never quite get what we're after. And he said because of that, we get into another psychological conundrum called bhoga tyaga, which means we try to enjoy the reflection. It's kind of like a little bird. If you've ever seen, perhaps you're sitting at your desk reading, and then you hear a little pinging noise outside, and you go outside your room and you find a cute little bird bashing his brains in on the window. Yeah, sorry. I know it's morning time and it's a family show, but little birds sometimes see a reflection in the window and they ram their head into it because they think it's a rival bird. And again they do it. And so there's a way in which I may see something that's desirous in this world, and it seems like a good idea, it seems like it's there. Urdva mulamada shakam ashvatam praharavyam chandamsi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavit. Krishna describes how the material world and its temporary variety is a reflection of reality. And when we try to enjoy it, we get frustrated, like the little bird. Of course, the little bird keeps doing it until you shoo him away. So hopefully somebody comes along and tells us, yeah, no, that's not going to work out. The boga, actually, we get tired of because it feels like we're banging our head against a window, doesn't it? Say yes. And then we figure, tyaga, the answer must be just to give up all windows. Whenever I see a window, it's no, bad. And in that situation, we sooner or later forget and we drift back and see the reflection and again, bang our head. So we go from bhoga to yaga, back and forth. And in the meantime, whatever happiness we get, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, is chapala sukha. It's happiness, but it's chapala. It's flickering. It comes and goes, has a beginning and an end, and it's always disappointing at the end, frustrating. So what to do with all this frustration? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced a Kevala Anandakanda. That is a path of spiritual life that's joyful. And in the Gita, Krishna says that there are several things we should never give up: yajna, dana, and tapa. What are the three things we should never give up? Pop quiz. Correct. 10 points to everybody. Yajna, dana. Yeah, you can celebrate that. You can cash in at the gift store later. Just tell them I sent you. Yajna, dana, tapa. Yajna means to do a sacrifice. We want to do sacrifice for others. Just think of the holiday time. People tend to want to get something for someone else and give it as a gift. They sacrifice their money and they give to somebody. And dana means charity. So giving in charity is widely acclaimed and appreciated by people all over the world. Those who give charity are known as elevated in consciousness. And tapa, those who are able to perform some austerity. In general terms, it would be delayed gratification. In fact, it's well known that when kids are able at an early age to delay gratification and not eat a cookie for want of getting another cookie 5 minutes later at an unannounced time, they're known to go on in life to do better. In the way of yajna, or sacrifice, or in the way of charity, or in the way of tapasya, we find it all included in the Kevala Anandakanda. As yajna, we find that there are recommended ways to sacrifice the things that we have for God. Of course, in a general way, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says that whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, whatever sacrifices, just do it for me. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the prescribed yajna for each age is described. In the Satya Yuga, there is meditation. In the Treta Yuga, there was fire sacrifice, like we're about to do here. This is a little sample. And then in Dwapara Yuga, there's worship of the deities in the temple. That's why we still find gigantic temples in various places in India. And in Kali Yuga, you find that those gigantic temples are dwarfed by buildings like Salesforce or Microsoft. It used to be that you could look out into the horizon and see a spire of a church or a mosque or a temple. And that would be the biggest of the buildings in the area. But nowadays, we've given way to expediency in the way of let's just make money and forego the whole idea of sacrifice, of yajna, of offering to God. So in the Kali Yuga, when things are a little bit complex, it's hard to perform the other types of yajna. The prescribed yajna is Harinam Sankirtan, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Now, why is this effective? In the beginning of the Bhagavatam we find, and at the end of the Bhagavatam we find this fixation on the chanting of the holy name. So in the first chapter of the Bhagavatam, We hear apana samsritim goran yanama vivishogranam tata sadyo vimucheta yabhibheti swayam bayam. That is, chant Hare Krishna, because Krishna and his name are non-different. And if you're ever afraid, you should take shelter of chanting Hare Krishna. And this is the main feature of the material world, is fear. Bhayam dvitya abhinibesha tasyat. Why are we afraid? Because we've forgotten God. Bhayam dvitya. Dvitya means we think there's something better to do than pray. Actually, the human body is built for prayer. You want me to prove it? Okay. Only 32% of you said yes. So the rest of you cover your ears. All right. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Now say, my dear Lord Krishna, I am your eternal servant. Please engage me in your service. Please save me. You feel better? That's how that works. Human body is a vessel specifically built for prayer. And therefore, we're given this clear directive that prayer is effective because God and his name are the same. There's no difference at all. And if you want to be close to God, we hear in Upanishadic wisdom, Tade jati, tannaijati, tadure, tadvandige, tarantarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasya bhayadaha. God's far away, but he's very near as well. He's within everything, yet he's outside of everything. What do we do with all that? Compared, sometimes people, I've heard a story. Somebody comes and asks a person for water, and he says, water? Clouds. There's some water in the clouds. Help yourself. Asks another person. Flash flood comes through here irregularly, but if you can figure it out, you can get something from the flash flood. Another person. It's in the ground. Just dig a hole. You can get it. The comparison, you say, God's in heaven. What does that mean to me? Where's my access? How am I going to find heaven? It's way up there. I'm way down here. Besides, I got to get to work. I'm late. And then we find the flash flood. There's avatars. There's saints that come at various times. But how are you going to position yourself so you're there when they appear? And of course, water in the ground, the yogis say, God's in your heart. Try to find him. You sit and you think for 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and then you remember, I have 32 emails I have to do on my phone, and where is my phone? And your meditation on the supersoul is broken. But as the great saints say, the chanting of Hare Krishna is like water in the palm of your hand. Anytime you would like to drink, you simply say, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, why do we take this vow to chant Hare Krishna? Because here in this world we have to make a stand. I mean, enough's enough, right? Say yes. We're not going to take it anymore, right? And this is the feeling of taking initiation, that this is it. I'm opting out of the material world. There's a little form you can fill out. It's got a little box on it. It says, I opt out of the material world, and I'm opting into the spiritual world through the chanting of holy name, and you just check it off. And if anybody bugs you at any time, you just pull out your sheet and say, listen, man, I signed my thing, you leave me alone. So the vow we take is very powerful because it puts us in an elite category. Not that we've become proud of it, but internally we take shelter of that I've moved into a different phase of my existence, which is I'm aiming towards going back home, back to Godhead. And the desire to do yajna, to give, it's fulfilled by performing the Sankirtan yajna. Kalim sabhajayantyarya gunagya sarabhagina yatra sankirtanenaiva sarvaswarto bilabhite. And Karabhajana Muni, who's a champion of the chanting of the holy names in the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, says, this Sankirtan yajna is so effective that if you do this one sacrifice your time, your tongue, your mind, and chant Hare Krishna, then all other desires will be fulfilled. Everything will be put in place properly if you chant Hare Krishna, Mahamantra. And he says that wise people know this. So sign up for it. And that's what the initiation is. I'm signing up. I'm going to follow in the footsteps of the great souls. I mukta kaleruma pasyamanam, says Rupa Goswami. It is Harinam, is Namashtakam. Thank you, Archita. Isn't that amazing? That's how powerful sound is. I didn't look back. It's the no-look call. I didn't look back, but I knew it was Archita. And that's how sensitive our hearing is. We can hear God before we see Him. And we can hear our way back to Godhead. I took some devotees from a faraway land who visited California into a forest called Muir Woods. It's got a stream going through it. And one day when we were walking through, we saw a ranger in there pulling out something with these long tongs. It had gaiters on the boots that go up to your hips. And so we stopped by to talk to the friendly ranger. That's what you should do. Always talk to a friendly ranger. And we asked him, so what are you doing? And he said, I'm taking micro trash out of the river. And I said, what's micro trash? And he said, you know how people open a pack of gum and that little piece that's left over, somehow it blows away in the wind, it ends up in the water. Or somebody else throws pennies in because they think it'll bring them good luck. And everything everyone does ends up in the water. And it disturbs the sensory perception of the fish. And the fish are an important part of the ecology here, he said. And then he told us the story of the Kehoe salmon who live there. He said they're born here in this little area, and then they migrate downstream from the fresh water all the way to the ocean. And they swim around in the ocean for thousands of miles for several years. And then they come back to the very stream in which they were born. Not only do that, but they also swim upstream to find the very pond where they were born. And I said, how do they do that? And the ranger, and rangers know stuff, he said, it's by smell. They can smell their way back. Of course, there's various theories, but that's a prevalent theory, and he presented it to me that day. And when I walked away, I was thinking, aha, this is our process too, not by smell, but by hearing. We can hear the spiritual world. Govalokera prema dhan, Harinam Sankirtan. When we can chant Hare Krishna, and we can hear that the sound of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, doesn't sound like anything else in this world. When your ears become so sensitive that you realize this is a different sound, it comes from the spiritual world, and you listen to it. The more you listen to it, the more you're drawn naturally to the spiritual world. It compels you. It changes your heart. Chaita Darpana Marjanam, it cleanses the mirror of your mind all at once, because Krishna's wonderful. And He's all powerful, and He loves us. And if we chant His name over and over again and listen, then we'll be drawn to the spiritual world. So we're endeavoring for this. And you know that if we're minding our own business one day and Krishna came and knocked at our door and we opened it and He said, let's go right now. Back to home. Back home, back to Godhead. Puts out His hand. Would you go? Okay, 22% of you said yes. The others are thinking like, yeah, but what about my kids? Wouldn't I have to leave them a note or something? But Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in the last bhajan of his Sharanagati that while I'm chanting Hare Krishna, my complexion changes. I feel devastation. Tears flow from my eyes. My entire body's soaked. I don't understand what Krishna is doing to me. And then he says, Krishna, in the form of the holy name, takes me by the hand back to the spiritual world and introduces me to my relationship with him in the spiritual world. Rupa Goswami, Vacham Vachakam Ityudeti Bhavato Dvanto Vibhavo. Holy name and Krishna are the same. True or false? False. Rupa Goswami says there's a difference. Yes, they're the same, half credit. But there's also a difference. He says, although they're the same, the holy name is more merciful than Krishna himself. Because although I'm estranged from Krishna, far away in a forgotten land, Krishna remembers us and he comes to us as the holy name, more merciful than Krishna himself. And he takes us by the hand and he pulls us back to the spiritual world. So the yagya of performing Harinam Sankirtan everywhere and anywhere, and chanting Hare Krishna, using our own tongue to finally express our heart's desire, Krishna, I'm your servant, please engage me. And no other thing, we're serious. And then the tapasya, is to take some time every day to hear and chant about Krishna. And even more important, to speak about Krishna to others. In the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear the story of the churning of the milk ocean and how the first thing that comes out of it is hala hala poison. Isn't it? Do you know about the hala hala? Hala hala poison? Well, it's not good. If you hear anybody offer you hala hala, just run. It filled up the universe. And Lord Shiva, who's Paradukaduki, he saved the world by taking that hala hala poison, which was about to kill every living entity, and he drank it, held it in his throat just to save everyone. And Shukadev Goswami therefore says, Tapyante lokatapena sarava prayasojana parama aradanam taddi purushasya kilatmana. He says, Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava. He's the best of Vaishnavas because he knows what the real tapasya is. It's to take some trouble on yourself in order to save others. And the authorized and effective way of saving others is to distribute the transcendental vibration of the holy name everywhere by chanting it in as many places as possible and in its literary form. When the holy name is written down, then, as it says in the Bhagavatam, tadvag visargo janataga viplavo, such writings will flip the life of the living entities and bring them face up to the spiritual world. So that's the tapasya. To take trouble on yourself, lose a little sleep, tax your brain, figure out how to cover every borough in New York City. This is a microcosm of the world. Could it be possible to make this the first Krishna-conscious city on earth? I mean, what is it possible? I'm just saying, is it possible? 13% response. Who said yes? Whoever said yes, you're hired. You're hired. We want to be hired. So perform this tapasya. Lose a little sleep by taking responsibility for doing good for others, by spreading the holy name and spreading transcendental literature. And dana, what's the best charity to give in the age of Kali Yuga? Prabhupada writes about it in a purport. He says, prasadam distribution. In other ages, you give away gold, this, that, the other thing, but in Kali Yuga, it's prasad distribution. Everybody in New York City, including the policemen and women, the firemen and firewomen, and the priests and the priestesses. Who else is there in New York? Besides firemen, policemen, and priests and priestesses. Anybody else? The mice, don't forget the mice. And we're being nice about that. There's other things besides mice. And, Lawyers, the lawyers. Be nice to the lawyers. Who else? Insurance salespeople, okay. They all need prasadam. Everybody needs the touch of prasadam. And so we should have a goal to make sure everybody in New York City gets prasadam. Should be widespread. Everybody, every borough. The policemen, the policewomen, the firemen, the firewomen, the insurance salespeople. Find out in the New York City what everyone does and make sure everybody gets prasadam. That's dana. So you're being deputized to work hard for purifying yourself so you can go out and do good for others. Is that agreeable? Yes. Important, they said yes. So today you'll be making vows, which are very meaningful. It'll send shockwaves around the universe. Through this room first, everyone sitting in this room will witness as you say your 4 no's and 1 yes. 4 no's are so valuable because everybody else is making fools of themselves in this world. Gambling is so stupid. In fact, I had a class in economics, and my economics teacher said, the lottery is called, amongst economics teachers, a tax on the stupid. And then there's alcohol, which literally makes you act like an ass. Intoxication, we're already intoxicated. Queen Kunti said, be serious and get down to what really makes you happy. Don't cover it up with some artificial substance, whatever it may be. Don't put it in your body. You have enough chemicals naturally given to you by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you look at the sunrise in the morning, melatonin is naturally created in your body. There are all kinds of hormones. Everything is that's necessary is God-given in your, aside from medicinal remedies for something or other. And illicit sex means that we don't respect someone else enough to make a vow to them and say that whatever happens, we're going to stay together and we're going to honor each other in Krishna consciousness. Outside of that, wedding vows, don't experiment, don't be drawn in. It's a trap. The biggest trap there is illicit sex. It doesn't lead to happiness. It leads to entanglement that is unimaginable. It takes a long time to get out of that. Maybe lifetimes. So be very careful. This is a protective, divine grace of Prabhupada giving the 4 regulative principles right in the middle of Kali Yuga. And then there's meat eating, which is harmful for everyone. It's harmful for the animals who are wholesale slaughtered, and it's harmful for the people who eat it, who transport it. It makes people hard-hearted. When you're in a place where people eat meat, it's very difficult for them to overcome anger and overcome the base qualities that come from committing violence to innocent living beings. Ultimately, we're prasaditarians. And we don't like anything that's not offered to Krishna. And we don't support a society whose conception is to simply pillage the land. We want to live in harmony with Krishna's creation. So follow the 4 regulative principles. Those are vows you'll make today that will make the earth rumble. And then there's the do, the 1 yes. In fact, when we say yes to this chanting Hare Krishna, minimum 16 rounds a day, we get an empowerment that brings us into the inner fold of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that when somebody makes initiation vows, Dikshakali Bhaktakari Atma Samarpan, Shekali Atmatari Krishna Samarpan, there's a way in which Lord Chaitanya said, what's the last line? She Kali, Krishna Tari, Koriyatmasam. Krishna accepts you as one of his when you make this vow to chant Hare Krishna. That is, you no longer have a material body. You have what's called a sadhaka deha, practitioner's body. Those are hard to get. Most people don't have them here in New York City, but you're going to get one today. A sadhaka deha, a body that's just meant for practicing Hare Krishna and offering prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead 24 hours a day. And if you can't do that, at least finish 16 rounds every day, dutifully. So we're here depending on the mercy of all the devotees. We ask the devotees here for their blessings and good wishes to Dr. Connor, Bhakting Jui, and Bhakting Jenny, who voluntarily it's a big deal. They voluntarily came here to make these 4 no's and 1 yes. And if you think it's not a big deal, get a clipboard and go out on the corner and see if you can recruit anybody else who wants to come in and sit down here. Would you come in here and make a vow to follow the 4 regulative principles and chant 16 rounds every day? And that might be a hard engagement. So thank you very much, all 3 of you, for taking these very serious vows in front of all the devotees, in front of Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai, Jagannath Baladev, Subhadra, Srila Prabhupada, all the assembled devotees. So now, the next part of the ceremony, I'll require my spouse, because we work together. This is my wife, Mirakula Devi Dasi. Actually, without her, I'm dysfunctional. And we're going to ask each one of you to come up here. Where's Gopal Champu? Yeah, that's hard. I can't see him. Who else is behind me? Could you move stuff around a little bit? Where's Braj Mohan? Well, it's good to know you're here. Braj, could you organize this a little bit? Move that maybe. Just make space for the devotees. And somebody bring an asana for each one is going to come up. So move that a little bit out of the way so they can come in. And make, if it's possible, not to disturb anybody, but if you can make a little pathway in front of Prabhupada's Vyasasana, so devotees, after they take their vows, they can go and offer proper obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. And now, we'd like to do the next part of the ceremony, which is to have a trusted, initiated devotee come up and put on the neck beads for each one of the initiates. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So these three strands of neck beads are a sign of being initiated. 2 means you're aspiring. 1 means you're hanging around thinking about it. And wherever you go with these 3 strands of neck beads, you'll find one place or another, someone's going to walk up to you and say, Haribo! And then you'll remember, oh yeah, Haribo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So we show outwardly that we're dedicated to the Supreme Personality of God. In fact, one of my first mentors, his name was Krita Karma. I went with him on Sankirtan a few times, and people say, who are you guys? And he say, we are devotees of Lord Krishna. And I thought, that sounds really nice. So if anybody asks you what those neck beads are, as a suggestion, you can tell them, we are devotees of Lord Krishna. And this is a sign that you have a spiritual master, which is a big deal. Because Acharyopasanam, when you follow the footsteps of the Guru Parampara and you accept the Acharya Sampradaya by moving into this very elite situation where you make vows to follow the 4 regulative principles and chant 16 rounds, you'll be honored all over the universe. So follow them strictly every day, all 4 of them, carefully, never cut corners, always chant 16 rounds, finish them, and put your heart and soul into chanting 16 rounds. Everything else comes second. And Krishna will make a place for you in the spiritual world just by that. Don't worry. So now that you're duly adorned with beautiful neck beads, we would like to call each one of you here to come up, and the way it will work, come up here, pay obeisances to your spiritual master, sit on this seat. We'll then give you a microphone, and we'll interview you. And you can make your vows. Then we'll give you a new name, your beads. And when you come up here, we also have invited someone who knows you to speak about your sojourn, a few words. We're talking a minute and a half about your sojourn in Krishna consciousness. So first, I'd like to call Bhakting Jui. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Madhurya Rasa, are you here?
Hare Krishna. Zui has been a friend for some time now, and I'm so happy to be here today.
Just hold it. Yeah.
To be here for her and occasion. When I first met Zui, we would go on Harinam, and throughout the past year, maybe more, she's consistent, going whenever she can. She's always out there, just consistent, distributing books, and it's so nice to see her engage with, all the, passerbys, and she's a huge asset to the Harinam, definitely, which is, as we know, keeps this movement going and is so pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. When the task came up, she also started to help with the MSF as well, so I know she's going to be doing great things in this movement and for Srila Prabhupada's mission, and in her new life as an initiated devotee.
Are your parents here?
My mom is.
Your mom's here? Where's your mom?
Yes, it-
Hare Krishna Mataji. Congratulations. Come on, give it up. That's your mom. Well done. Well done. Her mom came out to see two things. One is Julie just got her PhD, and she's getting initiated. Bhakti, Julie, please tell us your vows.
I would not have
Here.
illicit.
Move that away. Just put it on your knee. It's making a noise go.
I would not have illicit sex, no gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication, and I will always every day chant my 16 rounds.
Of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much, Bhakti and Julie. Fantastic. Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully award you the name Julan Yatra Dasi.
Julan Yatra Dasi ki! Julan Yatra Dasi ki! Julan Yatra Dasi ki! Julan Yatra Dasi ki!
And now we call up Bhakti and Jenny. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And now we have Mangala Chitra, who has mentored Ginny for a long time, and she'll say a few words.
Hare
So
Krishna.
you can leave your phones on, but if it goes off, you have to buy a set of Bhagavatams, that one right there. Okay? All right. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. We were supposed to meet for maybe an hour once a month, every week. Can we meet again? Can we meet again? And it became a highlight of time for me. At the core is your daughter and your family. Everything is service to your daughter. Can we meet at this time? No, I have to make dinner. What about this time? Gymnastics class, homework. And that is you at your core, is family and service. And I cannot think of a more beautiful day than Father's Day for her to be initiated into a parampara succession, because you are offering yourself as a gift to Gurudev and Guruma, who have taken their life's mission to offer to Srila Prabhupada, on and on up the line to Sri Krishna. And so for this kind, humble perfectionist, when you err, you could not have more loving, compassionate, and forgiving spiritual parents to guide you. I have called you a friend, and today, on behalf of myself and every God sibling assembled and online, we welcome you as a sister to our family.
Bhakti and Jenny, please tell us your vows.
Make a vow to chant Hare Krishna mantra every 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra every day for the rest of my life. I vow to keep no meeting, including fish and egg, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Bhakti and Jenny, following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully award you the name Gandharvika Vilasini Devi Dasi.
Gandharvika Vilasini Devi Dasi ki. Gandharvika Vilasini Devi Dasi ki. Gandharvika Vilasini Devi Dasi ki.
You can leave that here. Just thinking who we should call next. Bhakti Connor, please come up. Haribol! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And now we have Hadai Pran. Are you behind me too? To speak about Bhakti Connor.
Hare Krishna. So we'd just like to congratulate Bhakti Connor for all of his great achievements, where the whole community, the whole ashram, the whole temple is super proud of him. So Connor came to Krishna consciousness through Bhagavad Gita and reading Bhagavad Gita as it is. And professionally, he was a dancer, and he studied at Juilliard, which is a very, very prestigious school. And he was traveling the world dancing, and he found that the best dance studio was the Hare Krishna temple. So he joined. After he joined such a bustling temple such as New York City. He's always been a team player, and that's so important when you're in the ashram and a temple like this. And Connor's success has always been his very, very strict sadhana. He's very strict, he's stable. I like to call him that he's like a self-cleaning washing machine, because he knows when to reset and do the simple process strictly. He goes on Harinam Sankirtan every day with the Yuga Dharma Ashram, led by His Grace Ram Roy Prabhu, and he leads the book distribution there, along with being engaged in organizing the monthly Sankirtan festival, helping out with Bhakti School, and cooking one of the best khichiris in New York City. when a need arose in the temple for being the new Sankirtan leader, he took it in stride, and he's organizing it and expanding comprehensively for the first time in years. So we pray that all the Vaishnavas and senior Vaishnavas accept Bhakta Connor into your association, and please bless him profusely so that he can be at service to Sri Guru, Gauranga, and Radha Govinda perpetually. Hare Krishna.
Haribo! Bhakta Connor, please tell us your vows.
Hare Krishna. I vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day for the rest of my life. I also vow to follow the 4 regulative principles, which include no meat eating, including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Well done. Before I give you your name and beads, I would like to call for the help of His Holiness Jayaweta Swami. If you could come up here just for a second. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And if you'll come forward and accept from myself and Jayaweta Maharaj saffron cloth to be worn so you can live here with peace of mind and full focus on your service. Hare Krishna. Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully award you the name Kana Gopal Das.
His Grace Kana Gopal Das. Kana Gopal Das ki. Kana Gopal Das ki. Kana Gopal Das ki.
Jai. And now we're going to have the next part of our ceremony, which will be a fire ceremony, and it'll take approximately 7 minutes to get set up. So during that time, we're going to have some kirtan, and then we'll start forthwith with the fire ceremony, which will be unelaborate and short. See you back in 7 minutes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Commission. Do we have another mic stand for a wireless mic? Wireless mic stand?
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Savana Bhavatu Savana Bhunatu Sahaviryang Karavavahai Tejasvinamadityam ashtuma vidvishavahai. Om Shantis, Shantis, Shantihi. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Om Karmano Asya Punyaham. Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham. Om Asya Karmanas Swasti Ayushmati Swasti. Om Swastir, Om Swastir, Om Swastir. Om Asya Karmano Ridhin Bhavantu. Om Jaham, Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam. Om Swasti no Govinda, Swasti no Chutanantau, Swasti no Vasudevo Vishnu Daratu, Swasti no Narayano Narovai, Swasti no Padmanabha Purushottam Daratu, Swasti no Vishvakshena Vishveshwaraha, Swasino Hrishikesho Harer Daratu, Swasino Vainakayo Harihi, Swasino Ananjana Suto Bhagavatu Daratu, Swasino Sti Sumangalai Kesho Mahan Shri Krishna Sakchit Ananda Ganaha Sarveshwareshwaro Daratu. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Svam Sadapa Shanti Suryaho Devitva Chakshiratham Tabipraso Vibanyavo Jankrivamsa Te Vishnurya Paramam Param.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. So whenever you hear Swaha, Om Bhu Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Achyutaya Idam Namama Om Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama Om Ajnana Timirandasya. Wait, just repeat. Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katahmayam Dadati Swapadantikam Swaha Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gunun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvatutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shivishakan Vitamscha Swaha. Now say your spiritual master's pranam together.
Krishna Krishna Srimati Vaisesika Dasa Adhikari Namine Bashilaya Upadani Sarine Anandita Hridaya Tasme Shastra Bhajana Jodine
Swaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Swaha Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Swaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Swaha Shri Barshabana Videvi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Swaha Madhuryo Jwala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha Namaste Gauravani Shri Murte Dinatarine Rupanuga Viradhapa Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Swaha Gaura Virvava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Swaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sakchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Swaha Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Swaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhu Pyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tushe Namaha Swaha Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam Swaha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostute Swaha Jayatam Suruto Pangor Mama Manda Matirgati Vatsarvaswa Padambojao Radha Madana Mohanao Swaha Divyan Vrindaranya Kalpadhrumada Srimad Ratnangara Singhasanastau Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Deva Krishtalibi Sevyamanao Smarami Swaha Sriman Rasa Prasarampi Vamshivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venur Swaner Gopir Gopinatha Shreyestunaha Swaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. a little amount, whatever. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama. Please, if you can stand up while holding that. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagataya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Om Purnam Adah Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate Mantrahinam Krihinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujitam Maya Devam Paripurnam Tadastu Me. And now we'll have a circumambulation of the fire. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nariya Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan Pate ache naam hat jiver karan Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jai Prabhupada Jai Jai Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Premanande Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan Ki Shri Hari Nam Mahamantra Ki Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki Shri Radha Govinda Ki Gaur Premanande Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Privrajakajarjashto Tarasata Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Privrajakajarjashto Tarasata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavi Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sham Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sri Mayapur Navdeep Dham Ki Jai Sri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Jamuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Sambaita Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Gaur Premanande. Vanchakalptarvishcha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Charirat Vijaja Jodendriya Taheka Jibe Pele Vishaya Shagare Tarma Derivayati Loba Mueshu Durmati Take Jeta Katita Shanshare Krishna Bora Doyamoy Kori Bare Chihwaja Shaprashad Nandiloba Sheyanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagao Premedako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Premedako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasad Govinde Nama Pramani Vaishnave Sapa Punya Vatam Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate Prasade Sarva Dukanam Hanirasyo Vajayate Prasana Cheta Suryashi Budipaya Vidistate Kwayopa Bhukta Saganda Vasavankara Charchitaha Uchishta Bojino Dasas Kavamayam Jaimehi Shishkam Payushi Samvapi Tapanam Ditam Shishte Bhuktakala Vicharana Nadesha Niyamastata Nakala Niyamastatra Praptamanam Ditam Shishte Bhuktaram Hari Abravid Bhagavat Shri Mahaprasad Ki Gaur Premanande Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Please come take prasadam. Hare Krishna.